Like, I'm gonna hit him with a heavy. Let's get it. Go. All right, so my discussion today is I want to get your perspective, right, of the dichotomy between men and women, where women say they feel a connection or they feel the magic versus guys, what guys may be viewing things in that way. Like when a girl meets a guy, oh, the connection was great. Like I love his vibes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He was confident. And when he took me on a date, it was amazing. It was magical. He treated me like a queen, like a lady. He opened the door for me, all of that stuff. You know, they see the magic. It's like fun and emotional and bubbly.
This magic moment. Da 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 da. Like, you know,
how do guys view all of that? Do we see it the same way? What is our perspective? At least yours.
So here's how I want to attack this. So we know the movies are gonna show you a perfect date, picnic, you know, perfect sandwiches, chips are all round or whatever the heck, perfect, you know, cylindrical shapes or whatever, and it's sunny days, and like the movies make it look so phenomenal. And that pushed a lot of pressure because, first of all, the lady is going to fantasize that. She's going to take that as, yeah, that's how I want mine to be, and that's how it's supposed to be, right? So now you're stuck in her mental vision of how the date's supposed to go. And if things are off, you know, it was totally hard. Like, so the pressure initially for a lot of us are heavy from going into it with our perspective because we watched the movies, and then the girl has her perspective from the Hollywood movies and whatever it may be. So pressure is there, but we gotta understand that that's not reality. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. The weather may not be perfect. It might be super hot. Y'all might be sweaty. Like, that's not real situations all the time. Now, could you have a nice day where it's windy and sunny? Yeah, but you might not. And so the real thing is, everybody's teeth is not straight. Everybody don't smell like flowers when they sweat. You're gonna have some inconsistencies of perfect conditions, okay? So how I'm going into it is just relax. Don't think about it being perfect. Just think about the experience with each other on the date. Like, if you go too much of what you need in the date, I gotta have these here, I gotta have this here to, you know, like, and if it's not there, you're gonna be like, oh crap, I didn't have that, or I don't have this. And then when something goes wrong, you're like, oh, you know what, it probably would have went better if I had this on the day, if I had this drink. No, let's experience each other on the date. Let's be present and let's communicate with each other, because really, yes, the drinks and the food is great, but you got to be able to talk to one another, get to know one another, and, you know, have that experience in communication. So I would say, what was the question again?
How do women view a date according to them, and how do we actually view the date?
Okay, so I was totally going off the rails.
Nah, you were going somewhere.
I was going somewhere. I was going somewhere, but okay. I think women view date as, you know, some kind of, like, when I think of women viewing dates, I think they, you know, sunny skies, perfect weather, hair flowing in the air, and the guy is like a perfect romantic. Like, you know, he's saying all the right stuff, and, you know, everything is perfect about, like, I just think it's a lot of perfection that they kind of go in with.
Yeah.
Perhaps, you know, at least the idea. Maybe they're not gonna be like, okay, it has to be perfect, but I'm thinking, like, in their minds, maybe, you know, everything is perfect in there, you know, in their imaginations.
Yeah.
I think how guys view the date, I think we're more nervous than girls are. We're both nervous. You know, we both have a level of nervousness, but I think the guys might have more of a pressure of being nervous because they're the one that's taking the lady out on a date, so they gotta produce certain things to make the date kind of, you know, get the aesthetic
together.
Yeah. So I think in that aspect, maybe the guy has more nervousness. So in our eyes, we're like, okay, you know, we have to put things together, you know, in the right order. And
Yeah.
you know, does she like this? Does she like that? You know, does she eat this? Does she eat that? And so, depending on, you know, the level of, you know, your first date, it can be a lot of pressure going into it. And we may view it as something where it needs to be like perfect all around. But if you're yourself, man, it's gonna be mess ups somewhere. You're gonna say something, or not even just saying something. It's not gonna be, you know, everything is hitting at all corners. You know, just relax. I think we should relax more, and just know that we're there to get to know one another and not to like perform. Because when we go in thinking that we gotta have everything perfect, then performance anxiety kicks in. So, yeah, I think guys may come into it with a lot of pressure.